BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's get started on this morning. So it's fresh Monday. Markets are just waking up. So with that, we can try and speculate what's going on in the short term, things like euro, dollar, S&P, and whatnot. But really, we probably need a little bit more time. Wait for American markets to open to really get a handle on how the week decides it wants to move. But for the moment, it does look as though the euro has basically got a rejection from this level. So moved into the area of significance here, this 107.6, and probably making its way down to a new low, which we actually still could print some bullish divergence again. So a fourth driver bullish divergence for another decent bounce. If that doesn't happen, it's no big deal. I would still highlight this area as another major area for a bounce, 105.1. It's your 200 simple moving average on a daily. So nothing really special about that, but that'd just be basically a golden cross retest. So we'll be looking for something to happen around there. And again, you basically see a carbon copy of that with a Dixie, just the reverse, just the complete opposite. Now we are sort of crossing down a little bit with momentum here for the dollar, which also could come up to here, which is what's going to be known as a death cross retest on the simple moving averages. So like I say, it's exactly the opposite of what the euro is doing. So this is going up until the rejection around this level, maybe over the next couple of weeks, and the euro is going down to the support where it bounces up. Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it, really? This is why we always look at the euro dollar rather than the Dixie. It's basically the same thing. Right, so with that, we'll just have a look at S&P futures. Futures. So here we go. So we're a little bit green on the day. So we're sort of more or less unchanged, but a little bit green. We're moving into the second area now, and potentially the top of this rally that's been started all the way since I told you that the bottom is most likely in, to the disgust of YouTube comments. Can you not see the downtrend? Yes, I see. You not see that all downtrends do come to an end eventually? Yes. So, and I would also say that all uptrends come to an end eventually. Now, this is an area where obviously we could break out, but as we are pushing it and the Dixie wants to go up and the euro wants to go down in the short term, I would imagine that this sees a rejection here. And now, do we reject and build a base at 4,177? Maybe we do, and if we do, that would be quite bullish. We're still in a bullish position, bullish posture. Everything's bullish on this chart. This is a daily with all moving averages in the correct place and diverging. No bearish divergence on momentum. So, look, I'm not saying that this is the top. I'm saying this is a resistance that we should respect. A break from here would actually be really bullish. It doesn't have to happen, but it would be pretty bullish. We'll see how things pan out, but at the moment, we're basically early days, and we're only looking at futures. We've got to wait for American markets to open. But yeah, we'll see how that runs. Now, the correlation between S&P and Bitcoin is reasonable. And we can have a look at Bitcoin pulling back ever so slightly again now from its 200 simple and exponential on a 4-hourly. So just another death cross retest. Also, if you look at the daily, it was a rejection from the 7 simple, which is actually quite bearish, really. And we're probably looking to make our way back down to this range, 26,600. It's still range bound, still within the descending triangle, getting closer to the apex. Whichever direction it chooses to go will have continuation in the short term. So if we look to break from here, we'll probably make our way down to the lower 25,000s, see if we can catch a bounce around there. Worst case scenario, we move all the way down to around 23,200 or 300, depends on, obviously the time frame. Volume's still relatively low. We've been like this for a while, so no conviction in this trade. And given what we see with traditional markets, the best thing that we could hope for would be sort of small but aggressive moves to the top, which should be just short 28,000. A rejection from there. Maybe a wick low, similar to where the wicks were here, around 26,000 flat, maybe dipping our toes into 25,000, maybe brought back up again. Yeah, this is a descending triangle, so it's more likely to break down, but we're still within it, getting closer to the end of the apex. Whichever direction it chooses to go at this point, I would imagine gets a fake out. So a breakout will be faked out, break down. A breakdown will be faked out, pump up. Generally what you would expect to see. Again, it's not 100%. This is not the way that descending triangles always resolve at this end. It's just an observation. In the grand scheme of things, it's about And trading is all about sort of balancing statistics. It's basically no different to going and placing a bet on an MMA fight. Do you know what I mean? Who's going to win? I don't know. The odds are in favour of so and so. Well, if you have to place a bet on it, you put a bet on the one that the odds are in favour of, unless you know something that other people don't. It is that really. There's no crystal ball. But yeah, I would be looking for that. So effectively, we're still stuck within the range, but traditional markets do want to come down a bit more now. So we might get that fake breakdown and then a pump back up. So, and we're talking over a few weeks. However, we're not really bothered about Bitcoin at the moment. We've been trading altcoins, haven't we, quite successfully? And if you have paid attention to the ads that we've got and the special thing that's going on my Telegram at the moment, you would have got $300 in futures trading with BYDFi. And you'd be able to compete within the trading competition with that $300. Trading XRP specifically, and of all the coins to trade throughout this last week, this last 7 to 10 days, it has been XRP. So thank goodness for that trading competition and that free $100. Anyway, if you haven't taken part of that, it's not over yet. You can still take part. Links in the description below. Set your account up. And go to the Telegram. You'll see the things that you need to complete in order to get that $300. Either way, XRP is still looking pretty good. And what's good for XRP is generally good for the market, I would say. And we will have a look now at the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, which is actually positioned relatively bullish on the daily, but also quite tasty on the 4-hourly. There's not too much difference between them. But we have had bullish divergence on the way down, and that looks like it wants to play out by now. And we're not looking for massive moves, but it's not looking too bad. So we've got our golden cross, avoiding a death cross at the moment. If we can maintain this level, which is just above your Bollinger Band, 573 billion in market cap, we might be looking for a continuation of this rally, which it has been a rally, but it's not been significant. Let's have a look at the dominance chart. Still fannying around at this top level, but we are below most moving averages on the daily, with a view to probably come down to around 45.5% dominance, maybe a little lower than that. And if we go to the shorter term time frames, we can see it's actually pretty bearish now. So I think that alts actually catch a little bit of a break here. But again, I've only really been trading XRP with futures, and it's been pretty successful. Again, to the disgust of people who watch these videos. XRP is so bad, man. Why would you want to trade that? I trade it because it's got a setup, and the setup wins, and I make money. That's why I trade it. Am I holding it for the $500 idea? No, I'm not. But am I trading it? Yes, I am. I suggest everybody should look at the XRP chart, just if you're looking to trade futures in general. It's one of the better charts that responds to moving averages, setups, signals, itchy cloud, divergences. The chart is basically 10 years old now, so it is a good tradable chart, even if it is a hodler's nightmare. Right, so we're going to quickly finish off with Ethereum to Tether, which is actually pretty good still above the Bollinger Band Center. This is better than Bitcoin's chart. So yeah, we've got rejection, but we're still holding strong on this continued rally. We topped over here. I'd say that we're likely to move back up to 2,000. We were saying this on the live stream, I think, for the last couple of weeks, or at least the last 2 streams we were doing. Fresh golden cross on the 4-hourly as well, which is also a good sign for continuation. If you could catch a long around these levels, which you might not get because we've already had a golden cross retest here, this would be the place to try it. 1856. You're basically your 4-hourly 200 simple and exponential. Look, I'm not saying that alts are going to run hard, but it does look like alts could see some upside. And that'd be given to us by the Ethereum strength and XRP strength, which, to be fair, XRP only holds about 2.5%, less than 3% dominance of all crypto combined, but that's actually quite a lot. And it's also it's highlighted at the moment, isn't it? Because everybody's waiting and watching for this SEC lawsuit to finish. The rumor has it that it's going to finish soon, and the expectation is that it'll finish in favor of XRP. So all eyes on the prize. Fundamentally, that is a bit of a hopium, buy the rumor, sell the news potentially event. But couple that with relatively decent charts on Ethereum and XRP, we might actually see those two charts carry the altcoin market and the Bitcoin dominance down. And regardless of what Bitcoin does, so long as it doesn't break down in significant fashion, which would be given to us again by Euro dollar and S&P, which again, they don't look like they want to break down in spectacular fashion either. So it does pave a path for altcoins and crypto generally, but for altcoins specifically, to have a bit of upsides leading into that, potentially that event. Again, all things will change if we see significant breakdowns in traditional markets. I don't think we are. And even with Bitcoin, I'm looking for fake breakouts and fake breakdowns. So either way, it's not particularly bearish, although it might not be massively bullish. I still think we're going to fanny around within this range, which is relatively small range in all fairness. I mean, the Bollinger Bands are pinching quite tightly. They are mimicking, in a way, the descending triangle support and resistance. So it's probably still range bound for a little bit of time for Bitcoin. And Ethereum and XRP can potentially have a little party that will bring all its little crypto friends with it. Right, I'll leave it with you there. But yeah, it's not a bad setup, I would say, for what looks like a reasonable week for crypto. Be prepared for volatility, and if you are going to take part in any crypto trading competition using futures or just futures in general, make sure that you have good risk management. That's a proper that is the number one. You can learn TA after you've got your head around risk management. Risk management is a first, I would say. TA is a second. Right. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.